Okay. There's a bunch of stuff here today. Some of it is a repeat. Um, I'm annoyed by a lot of it. Let's see. Trump federal employee buyout deadline faces court challenge. So the buyout, uh, apparently, tens of thousands of federal employees uh, can get paid up to September if they agree to resign by February, which we're in. Several employees have said, well, since the government funding has to be readdressed again in March, uh, we're not sure we can actually get paid to September. And also, they've said, well, if we don't accept this deal now, we may get no deal. So I still pretty sure that the whole motivation here is to fire employees that are making an advanced level of salary because they've been there for a while, and then rehire some employees that are making the bottom level of pay, entry level. I have a feeling that some of the people who are currently employed as government employees will then be forced to reapply to be government employees at the lower salary. So rather than just say we're cutting all of your salaries in half, you're going to have to go through this process of essentially being fired and rehired. I have a feeling a lot of them just won't have a job and or won't get paid. So I'm concerned for those people's jobs and salaries. But for me, I'm also more concerned that I won't have access to government services like VA healthcare and food stamps and Social Security, which I can't yet get because I'm 60. Social Security disability, which I've been turned down for 3 times. SSI disability, which I can't figure out what the difference is, but I've been turned down for 3 times. So the only thing I've got left is whatever you can get when you're 65. And I've heard that's been raised to 67. Will I be dead long before I can collect Social Security? I don't know. But whatever government services I might have access to, how in the hell am I going to access them if there's no employees handling services? Yeah, go ahead and cut $2 trillion from the U.S. budget. Trump and Musk. But then what do we do for government services? I guess if you're a multi-billionaire, it doesn't fucking matter. But if you're down at the bottom end of the income spectrum or have no income, you're screwed. And you guys don't give a fuck if we're screwed. I hate that. Trump said Israel would hand over Gaza after fighting. No U.S. troops needed. He said in there, I read some of that. He said, and it's curious to know exactly where this comes from, whether this comes from Trump's imagination or if it comes from Netanyahu saying, yeah, we'll just hand Israel over. We'll just hand Gaza over to you when we're done fighting over there. I mean, there's supposed to be a ceasefire right now. Does that mean they're done fighting? I haven't heard they haven't pulled out quite just yet. But I don't think Israel has the authority to hand over Palestinian territory. That should be up to the Palestinians. Or I suppose Israel government probably thinks that Gaza is at their mercy, which I suppose it is now that they bombed it into the sand. I still don't think they have the proper authority, though. I think that should be up to Palestinians. Making everybody move out of a territory has been made illegal by the world. By the way, we call it ethnic cleansing. It's not good. It's wrong. You need to stop that. I don't know what else made me crank this up today. I guess the stupid federal employee thing is just it's insanity. Calling it a buyout. One article said it wasn't a buyout. It's just a scam. Especially since there's no telling whether you'll actually get paid or not. In other news, Microsoft can't make up its mind whether older devices will be allowed to upgrade to Windows 11 or not. We keep getting a little hint. Oh, you'll be able to upgrade to Windows 11 with this blah, blah, blah setup / product server or any number of other mentioned methods. But then Mike says, oh, no, don't do that. Windows 11 requirements haven't changed. You'll be unsupported if you install Windows 11 on unsupported devices. And primarily they mean devices without a TPS chip. Or is it TMS or whatever. This stupid security key chip. Don't y'all think for a minute that any of that makes Windows secure. Windows has never been secure. Why in the hell they're forcing use of hardware keys as if that's going to do any damn thing? I think they're just trying to force us spending more money on Windows 11. By the way, I just upgraded to 3 computers that have Windows 10 on them. It feels awfully new to me. But it's not new anymore. In October, Windows 10 will be officially unsupported, but you've already read all this and heard all this, right? Well, I still have a complaint. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. I just bought 3 new computers. Now they're going to be no good in October. That's great. How many more new computers do I need to buy? All three of them came with Windows 10 on them, so I presume Microsoft got a cut, albeit a small cut, from the sales of those three computers, which were all refurbs, by the way. So I don't know how much Microsoft got paid for the operating systems on these three computers, but it's apparent they're apparently all three bargaining chips for Windows 11. So however much I paid for these three computers, and they were cheap, it's just throwaway money now because I'm going to be forced to do something with Windows 11. Or have no security upgrades, and then, of course, you know who's going to get the malware? It's going to be the people without the security upgrades. That'll be moi. Thank you, Microsoft. As much as I've always hated Microsoft, it just gets worse, if that's even possible. What other complaints? I'm yawning about complaining. Wow. Yeah, Microsoft removes guide for installing Windows 11 on unsupported PCs. But this hack still works? I mean, how long will it work? When do you get the message when Windows, and it'll be automatically run. Windows Update will do its thing. But instead of actually updating your computer security wise, it'll say some stupid stuff like, you need to upgrade your computer to continue to get security updates. Well, I've got three Windows 10 computers. And it seems they're all different dates. And at random seeming times, I get a full screen ad for Windows 11 on my primary display. Either that computer or that computer or that computer. They're always dinging me. Okay, love you, bye.